Did you not just hear me speak about a lot of my exes about how they're great guys? They're wonderful guys. There are women that
So,
talk about their exes
So that
that
means
way.
you ain't
Yes.
so
shit.
are you saying you fucked that up?
No, I just said no because sometimes it does not have to be one or the other was wrong. Sometimes people mutually agree that this is just not for the both of us. And then too, there could be wrong on both ends, and you all just mutually agree that you can't get back to a good spot. And that's okay. Like my
Mm.
ex-husband, great man, wonderful man, not for
Oh,
me. Not for me. He just wasn't for me.
That don't have the ring of truth to it.
what?
Great man
That
don't
wasn't
walk
for
away
me.
from
He's
great man.
very no, we
But you
grew
married
apart.
him.
He is extremely religious. I am not.
So that means you's a heathen.
Oh, that was a mistake off the rip.
Not at
That was a
all.
mistake off the
Wait,
rip.
No,
why
yeah.
would you
When
marry
you say that
someone?
he's like extremely
Well,
Oh
religious,
my gosh.
No.
Who
no,
raised
no, no,
you?
no. I'm not. I'm just not extremely religious. I feel uncomfortable in church. I don't like it.
why?
Why?
That does not mean that I am not. I was raised
Thought
in
you
the
was gonna catch
church.
fire in there,
Why
didn't
don't you like it?
So he was
It makes
leading
me
you into,
uncomfortable
but
Why
he
does it
was
make you
leading you.
uncomfortable? That's not
you? Because she
because
felt conviction in her wrongdoing.
no, it's
Her skin
oppressive.
was gonna start bubbling.
It was
It's
oppressive.
Go to the
oppressive.
church.
Do you all know how oppressive to women? Do you know how oppressive church is and how weird it is to women?
But
I
Ephesians
don't
talks
agree with it.
about both
I don't
men and
like it.
women.
It's not for me.
But Ephesians, Jesus Christ
Hold on,
calls us
they didn't
both
tell you
to
that Jesus
submit
was
to
gonna
one
work it out.
another.
I didn't say nothing about Jesus. I said church.
Church. Okay.
I didn't say nothing about
And so
church.
he was very church.
I ain't said nothing about Jesus. I
You
Oh.
said
hold on.
church. You see what I'm
I
saying?
know what it. I
I
know what
don't
it
do
is.
organized
I get
religion.
it. I get
He
you. Now you
does.
said you felt
Got it.
uncomfortable in church.
In
What was you
church.
wearing? What was you wearing in church?
They don't what I wear what everybody else wore. What do you mean?
What?
Lemons, pepper, and titties,
Oh
baby.
no! The way
Don't
you dress right now.
No.
The way you dress right now.
I'm in my home.
No, I know what you was wearing.
You've seen me at work. I wear clothes. Don't do that.
don't
What's
do
your Instagram?
The same thing as this.
Oh, let
With
me
a
get on
space.
here.
How you put a space in it?
Uh-huh.
Uh
No,
oh.
no, no. On Instagram, it's an underscore. I know
Lemons, pepper,
it's a
and titties,
period
baby.
in between. But no, it didn't have anything to do with how I was dressed. I felt very uncomfortable in church as a child, as a
Oh,
small
damn.
child. I
Let
didn't
me let
like
me
it.
bag up. They gonna hit me with the child.
Hasn't
Let me bag up.
anybody ever tried an exorcism?
That's what I was saying. It's giving Damon vibes.
No,
Leave her alone.
Nonsense.
I
I'm
just
joking.
That looks like a goddess in the background. It's not like you're against
that's
spirituality.
me. That's me.
Oh, that's you?
That's me. I commissioned a art piece for my 40th. But
Oh wow.
no, it's since I was a child, it was just something very uncomfortable about the way they spoke about just things in general. So I didn't grow up. I grew up in the church, but I've never been one to be like, gotta go to church Sunday. I don't want to do that. I have my own special relationship. He was extremely devoted to church. I tried, don't get me wrong, I tried. I couldn't do it.
And you left.
He's a great man. We didn't hold the same values in
You thought it
certain
was green on the
things.
other side?
Well,
Huh?
what values did you hold that he didn't hold?
I'm not I'm not
Did you
gonna go
initiate the
there.
divorce?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Women like you die alone.
What?
Straight
It
up.
wasn't going. What the hell? Why
what?
would you say
Wait, who said
that?
that?
Jesus.
Oh my god. Who said that?
Yo,
Good
who the hell said
Lord.
that, bro? Boy, y'all better make me log off.
Yeah.
I'm not even that disrespectful.
Hey,
Promise you that
hey,
was me.
somebody
My
need to
hands
leave
was
that
right here.
damn soundboard alone, man. Leave Bo alone.
Leave her alone.
Leave my homegirl Bo alone, man. Put the damn soundboard up. Go ahead, Bo.
However, I initiated it because he was not going to do it.
I'm gonna put my hands right here so y'all know
Wait,
that ain't me.
so wait, are you saying he left the relationship but he just didn't do this paperwork and so
Yeah.
you did the
He just wasn't going to do it. I paid the money. I filed the paperwork. I did all of that because he wasn't going to do it.
Do men do that? Do men act like I want to end the relationship without actually breaking it? So we do the breaking?
Yes.
Hell no.
That's what she's saying happened.
How does that make any sense?
How does it? Hey, how are you? Hey, my name is Bo. Hey, how does that make any sense? It happens. Thank you. I appreciate you.
She's saying in her marriage, her husband wasn't behaving like a husband and was acting in ways to encourage her to get the divorce, so he wouldn't be responsible for the divorce. So she initiated, but he had already.
That's petty. You're saying we're acting like
understand.
we want to be there, but we won't out.
Yeah, you guys are wearing the mask.
Absolutely.
Nah, men generally don't do that. It's cat.
I don't know about general. I'm just saying it happens. I'm not playing percentages or how many, but yes, it happens. Absolutely.
Men,
you can't say it doesn't happen.
Man,
how does it happen?
You was playing keep away with your
I mean,
heart.
think about it. That's the one only time in the world it happened. And it was a woman who was burning up in church. She had an extremely great man.
Playing keep away with her heart.
First of all, see, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, it's the human relationships are far too complicated to be like who was wrong, who was right. We were both right. We were both wrong.
That don't even make logical sense, though.
It does.
Well, that's the reason why I asked you, like, what were your values?
Responsibility on both ends. Both people have a responsibility, have their own things that they contribute to the failure of a relationship. You cannot put it on one person. It wasn't somebody cheated and somebody left. It wasn't somebody did something. It wasn't that.
Did you try to fix
things are just too complicated, and you just have to be like, you know what? Let's just not.
Did you try to fix it?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So if somebody's listening to this and you're trying to get them to understand how complicated relationships would be, it's not clear. And so that's the reason why when you said that he valued the church and so we wasn't aligned, but that's why I asked you what.
Oh, it was much more than that.
Okay, well, then what is it that he didn't have that you had?
What he didn't have that I had, or what he didn't have that I wanted.
What?
Okay, just answer that question then. Like, what is it that he didn't have that you wanted? Because you said that you didn't want the church. So what was it that you did want?
Personally, I just didn't feel like it was much of a partnership. I didn't feel like he communicated with me. I didn't feel like
you were submissive.
Hold on, y'all. Let her finish.
I didn't feel like he was including me in the relationship. Like he just did things, never consulted. Like we didn't talk. Even when it was time to buy a house, we didn't talk about it. I tried, but everything was so separated. Everything was separate. Decisions made were separate. He made decisions on his own, right? I made decisions on my own because that is what I was shown. You do stuff without consulting me. I'm finna go buy this car. Oh, you went and bought a car and didn't tell me? Well, I didn't know that that's what we did. You set the precedent that this is how it went,
I
right?
think I know what it is.
So you would go buy a car without consulting your husband, or you couldn't? Or hold on, it would
no, I did. It's my money.
Why? But he's your husband.
Shit.
But if he can make decisions without consulting me in a relationship,
he's your husband.
That's the precedent. You set the precedent.
You're telling us exactly why.
What decision would you say would equate to something of the magnitude of buying a car?
I mean, he bought a bunch of stuff without telling me.
He bought some
He bought a new vehicle without telling me.
Did you ride it?
No.
You can't drive
his vehicle. That was his.
He said that? Oh, that's not right. That's not right, though.
I know why he did
If
it.
you can make decisions on your own, you are setting the precedent. I am going to do this as well. This
Was
my
it one
money.
pot?
You didn't
Was it
give me
one pot,
nothing
or
for
did
this.
y'all have separate accounts?
Separate. Everything was separate. I'm
Oh,
telling you, it
no.
never
Whose idea
felt
was
like
that?
we
Y'all were
were
roommates.
together.
Yeah,
You see what
that's
I'm
what it
saying?
sounds like. Yes.
It never felt like we were actually together,
Yeah.
Even from the
doing
Now,
things
beginning?
together
Even
from the
from the
okay.
beginning.
Why did you marry him
Together.
then?
Yeah, that's a question.
No, no,
Why
no,
did
no,
you
no.
marry
Here's
him?
the thing. No. In the beginning, we didn't do anything together before we got married because we didn't live together. We didn't even but we didn't do anything together before we got married. We moved the first time we moved in and did anything was when we got married. So that is when I started approaching the conversation. Actually, I approached the conversation about joint bank accounts. He agreed that he wanted that, right? But in the marriage, I approached that same conversation. Hey, we need to look into all of this. I need to know about life insurance. I need to know about bank accounts. We need to get this paperwork together. And it was just skating past it every single time. You see what I'm saying? It never felt like I did all of this beforehand. I checked on the process of buying a house. We talked about kids. I addressed all of this. Don't get me wrong. In the relationship, while I'm in the marriage, I'm moving as if we have already talked about this. I am trying to get things together. Never just,
Wait,
huh?
let me ask you a question.
Did you trust that he would do it without you?
Hold,
Oh,
hold
sorry.
on, and before y'all got married, you discussed a lot of this stuff with him, right?
Yes.
So okay. It actually does make sense why because she did just say she married a man of the church. And if he really truly is a man of the church, he was operating as a leader of his household and as the head of his household. And typically those men do feel like, hey, yeah, you're supposed to consult me as your leader, but he makes his moves however he's gonna make his moves without you. Fair enough. That's how a man of that ilk would operate.
Yeah, right.
I do have a question though. Did you already have conversations about what you wanted prior to y'all getting married, to where he actually already had an understanding of what house to get, what car insurance he needed, what stuff that he needed to get after the fact, where he didn't even have to come to you because, hey, look,
No.
babe, house. Oh, y'all never had that kind of conversation?
Not like that. Not that he could just go and do it. No, not at all.
Oh, wow.
Mm-mm.
And wouldn't you want to consult your wife or no?
Sometimes you don't have to.
I mean, sometimes you don't have to, right? But if every single thing that you do is completely separate, at some point your wife is gonna be like, oh, I might as well just be single at this point,
Well,
because
it's not.
I'm making all of these decisions by myself. You're making all of these
What did y'all
decisions
do
by
together?
yourself.
What did
At
y'all
what
do
point
together?
are we married?
That's a great
Did
question.
y'all do anything together?
We went to church together.
So y'all didn't sleep together?
No, yeah, of course we slept together.
Did y'all go out together?
In the same bed. In the beginning, yeah.
When he brought that house, did he put a bow on the front door and then walk you across the threshold?
Oh, okay. No, I bought the house.
Did y'all buy your own rings?
No, wait.
I bought the house.
Wait. So
I bought his ring, he bought mine.
So wait a minute. So did he buy his own house?
No.
So you bought the house.
I bought
that
the
y'all
house.
live in.
He co-signed?
That's crazy.
Did he co-sign?
That's a part of like you bought the house.
Mine.
Why did you buy the house?
No, Bruce. You're going in the wrong direction. You bought the house. That is probably arguably the biggest decision you can make, and he gave that to you.
Guess what? No, he didn't give it to me.
He didn't give that to
I
her?
tried. I said, hey, I sat in the bed every night. Hey, this is the house I'm going to look at. You want to go look at it? Nah, it's cool. He didn't want to have nothing to do with the house buying. As a matter of fact, he was so on the fence. I don't know if we should buy a house. What are we finna do? And there are a lot of there were a lot of circumstances surrounding this, because I was supposed to.
Did he tell you he didn't want to buy a house?
Huh?
Did he tell you that he don't think it's smart to buy a house?
He didn't say that. He was like, I mean, it wasn't never a no. It wasn't a
Okay, I
yes. It
think
was
that
just like,
sounds more like maybe we shouldn't buy a house. That's what it sounds
Then
like.
you got to figure out what year it was. Was it 2008, 2009?
2008?
No, this was just 6 years ago. Wait, 7
Oh,
years ago. Damn, 2017,
you don't
damn,
remember
8 years ago. My
you don't remember
bad.
when you dropped the
No,
bag?
that was a prime
Look,
time to
It
buy a
was
house.
2017. But here's the
You
thing.
could get a house for a steal back then, boy. Shit, that
Right.
COVID
That's
nigga
the thing.
shit.
That
How long were you guys
ta-da,
married for?
4
God
years.
damn.
So at what
This
point
is why
were you
I'm
like,
sitting here.
so
Huh.
at what point in the marriage were you like, okay, divorce is the only answer?
after she had kids.
I don't have no kids.
Oh,
Okay. Here's the thing. There's
Sit in the
absolutely
corner,
no
Bruiser.
way that a
Sit your
man is
ass in the
going to.
corner.
There's no way that a man is going to hem and
probability.
haw and not know what he wants and not participate in a marriage. And I'm gonna say that's the man I want to have kids with. I knew I wasn't gonna never have kids with that man after the first year. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Not
After the
until you
first
prove
year?
to me that you are responsible enough to take care of
You were
things without
leveraging.
me. I'm not
You were
having your
pulling
kids.
levers. You wasn't a cooperative woman. You were pulling levers for
I'm
him.
not cooperative. I work
I'm
with.
telling you,
I
you are
do
not.
not cooperate. I'm not doing
I'm
that.
telling you that I discovered that.
I know.
You're
That's,
not
and that's
cooperative.
fine by me.
That
I'm
is
not
why
supposed to cooperate. Both of us are supposed to work together. I am not supposed to. I'm not a child. I'm not cooperating.
you were supposed to cooperate with him.
No, I'm not. I'm
you
supposed
were-
to compromise.
You were asking a man to compromise. That's where you went wrong. You looking around, he ain't there.
No, he's not.
He
Because
didn't compromise.
the man for me is a man who understands
See, that's your
compromise
problem.
and not
You
cooperation.
want a man for me. There ain't this Grey's Anatomy bullshit. We got to get rid of that. There is no man for you. You supposed to fit. You supposed to. You think about it. He's an extremely religious man.
Mm-hmm.
You did all that damn research on them pictures and you painted, but you didn't do the research on how to operate with a man that lived by the Bible. That's where you messed up. You should have picked a different guy. You got to understand the guy you chose. He's extremely religious. Those guys don't compromise.
have to understand that I ask very specific. When I date men, I ask very specific questions that lets me know whether or not that man is trying to be here or whether that man is trying to be
Did you
right
know
beside
he was extremely
me.
Did you know he was extremely religious before marriage?
Yeah.
Okay. Those guys are here, and that type of dynamic, those guys are here, and you are here.
And that's not gonna work for me.
You didn't read your Bible.
Oh, I read the Bible.
Did you read that?
You do not have to adhere to those things. You do not have to be
God
superior
said
as a man.
you had to. What are
Yeah,
you
but
talking about?
an extremely religious man does have
As a
to.
man.
You're basically telling God that he wrong. If you read the Bible and it say that, how can you say you ain't supposed to do that?
Because you do not have to believe. You don't have to have a relationship with God and believe that you are superior to me. No one is superior to me. I am a human just like you are.
I get it. I get it what you're saying supposed to do, but he did. He has a relationship with
That's
God.
okay.
You knew before you got married to him. You read it in the Bible and you still okay, go ahead.
I accept that about him. We just don't have to be married, and I'm okay with that.